Hey guys, I don't even know how to start this video, but I will say, like, maybe like 2 days ago, I don't know, I'll just say 2 days ago, um, God gave me, um, I've been asking and praying to see a red bird. And even though it wasn't in the place where I asked God to put it, the tree outside of my balcony, that was just a symbol for me to, I just prayed, like, God, send me this red bird, send me this red bird. That'll tell me that, I can finally leave my job. I can just trust in you whole and leave my job. Please send me that red bird. So I hoped and prayed, and no red bird came. And I'm like, okay, fine, but the desire was still there, still strong in my heart to leave, to just leave and quit my job that I'm like literally I was suffering at. Not anymore, because tomorrow I will quit my job. He gave me permission. He gave me permission a long time ago, but I just didn't take heed to the signs. Like, and it's to the point where he just made me so uncomfortable every time I would log into work. Like, even the money that I'm getting paid, it doesn't even cover. It doesn't cover, like, I won't say half. Like, it covers all the rent. Like, one check that I get covers all my rent. That's it. And I would have no money for left over for bills or food. Like, my mom has been financially providing for me, because I was able to get food on my own. Excuse me. I wasn't able to get food on my own, but he's just been pushing me. Like, why would the Lord want me to be at a job where it's literally I can't even pay all my bills? Like, I was relying for this horrible job to you know to basically sustain me and sustain my needs, and it did. Like, I've been at my job for about 3-4 years now. It might be like 4 years, was well, coming up in September, but I won't be there any longer, so I won't be there. But yeah, at least going on 4 years. Excuse me. And yeah, for like the first two, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, it's been okay, but then this fourth year just got extremely tight, and then I was complacent. I knew I had to leave almost like 2 years ago. I can say that now because I'm finally looking at everything, looking back, and he wanted me to go to do something else, but I didn't. So he made me super uncomfortable to be there, and yeah. So I was praying for a sign. I'm like, God, is if this, I know my desires. And I prayed, I want my desires to align with yours. So each day I've been feeling dread and dread and dread, because I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to do anything. I can do more. I know I can do more. There is more. There is more in Jesus' name. Like, there is more with the Lord. You just have to trust him and give him your all. And that is literally just what I said. I'm like, Lord, it's scary. I'm just going to trust you with everything. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to do it. And you won't forsake me. You won't. So these last few days have just been eye-opening. He's been giving me several verses and passages just to meditate on, and giving me things to write, just basically just pumping myself up so that I'll have the confidence to leave. Because I always said I wanted to go and leave and go and leave, but I still felt scared. But I can say with full confidence now, I'm not scared anymore. I don't feel scared. I don't feel dread. I don't feel worry. I don't feel anxiousness anymore. It's just a relief now. So I finally saw the bird. Like, a couple days ago, I was driving, and the thing was, it was so strange because the bird literally, as I was driving down the street, it was red. And it literally, it went, it came like, you know, it came down, it was flying, it came down, and it literally landed on the pavement, like on the driving street. And I even swerved, like it made me notice him. He wanted to be noticed by me, and I know that that was that bird's assignment from God to make me notice that bird, and I did. I said, why I'm literally coming. I mean, I know they can't tell, but they can tell when things are moving. He literally moved in the way I was going. I was driving. I literally had to swerve so I wouldn't hit him. I was just like, you know, pulled away. I'm like, what? Like, and I noticed he was red, and I'm like, and then it dawned on me, I'm like, red bird, red bird, red bird, you know? So I'm like, Lord, is this the red bird? Is this what you want me to say? I mean, what you want me to see? And I was just like really astonished, you guys. I was just so speechless, just how I am now. And then but I said this to tell you guys about, I think I was still driving, and then I just said something like, God, I said something like, I don't know, because I was actually going to drive to get my food from Chili's. And I saw these beautiful clouds, like it was beautiful. I have a picture of it. I might insert it here, but I saw it when I was at Chili's, and it was just a very nice, beautiful, like, picture of clouds and light behind the clouds. And I'm just like, that's really pretty, and I took a quick picture of it. And then I believe it was in the car, and I'm like, Lord, I haven't seen a rainbow around in a long time. Like a long time. I don't know when's the last time I seen a rainbow, and I wasn't asking him to see the rainbow for anything, for any type of sign or anything. I just literally asked God. I'm like, I like, you know, because it just made me, like, I was looking up at the clouds, and I'm like, it made me wonder, like, I haven't seen a rainbow in a while, like, you know. So guys, excuse me, guys, I seen a rainbow tonight. I seen it tonight, and I was just, oh gosh, if I have more time, I'll explain it, but I'm just trying to give you guys like the short rundown of it. So I just got out the shower. I was at the pool with my sister and her friend today. Like, I didn't even really work today. I had basically a half a day or a free day because my internet stopped working like at 11 a.m. So I told him, I'm like, hey, my internet's not working. It was like a whole like outage or something, which God may have did just for me. Who knows? But yeah, I just said yeah, so I'm like, okay, so if I tried to make it work, I tried to call Xfinity, and they didn't have the anything. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go on PTO for the remainder of the day. So then my sister came over. We had plans to go to the pool after work. So I'm like, oh, you could come now because I'm really not doing anything. And that's funny. Like, what a coincidence, because she literally asked me yesterday, last night, if I was able to take off and use my PTO to just to hang out at the pool. And I'm like, you know what, no, like I only have 6 hours, and I didn't really want to use them, so I wanted to accumulate them, even though I knew already that I was leaving. So it was like, you know, but I was still like, well, I would have to tell my boss in advance, you know, to use my PTO. I just can't say, hey, I'm using it right now, you know, at least one day in advance or whatever. So, but you see, the Lord made me use my PTO anyway today. So thank you, Father. Like, I got to spend time with my family and my sister. We had a nice, really good time at the pool. So yeah, so I get home, everyone, you know, goes home, and then my internet is still not working, you know. So I call and they try to reroute it again and, you know, do something. So it's still not working. So I'm like, you know what? Fine, it's whatever. So then I'm like, I'm getting in the shower and stuff, and I'm like, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, God, you want me to leave tomorrow? Like, is that what? Because I had plans on leaving Friday, just going and not, you know, I was just going to be like, okay, I'll do the end of the week, and I get off early on Fridays anyway at 11. So I'm like, excuse me, I'll just go Friday, like no big deal, I'll still do it. But then this thing happened where my internet wasn't working, so I'm like, well, I don't even know what, like, am I going to be able to work tomorrow or make it until Friday? I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to do? You want me to just quit right now? You want me to quit Thursday, tomorrow? And, you know, I don't know, like, I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, I mean, it's still up in the air. And then I was just, while I was showering, I was just like thinking about, okay, I'm gonna make a YouTube video about this, because this like, I will make a YouTube video about how I'm finally quitting my job. I'm finally letting this dead weight go and finally just trusting in God for his absolute best. Like, I don't have another job planned out, guys. I literally, I might even have $10 or a little, maybe over $10 in my account. You know, I'm broke for now. Okay, God will prosper me in Jesus' name I pray. I know he will. But, and he even confirmed it, you guys. Like, so I came out, and the thing, yeah, I came out. So I was saying, okay, well, let me get some clothes on, and then I'm just gonna make my video and be like, you know what, you guys, I'm going to make a video to say that, you know, I quit my job, and that's it, you know. So I'm like, okay, let me get something on. Then I was taking my wet clothes from the bathroom out on the balcony so they can dry, you guys. So I'm doing that, and I'm like, okay, let me take the wet swimsuit and stuff and put it out on my balcony. So I go out. I go out, you know, and I'm like, I saw like the cows, they were like nice and pink, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, nice. Like, I haven't seen really a nice sunset lately, like, really. Maybe even this spring or summer it hasn't been. So I'm like, oh, maybe it is a nice outlet, you know. Like, I took a peek like out of the balcony, and then, guys, that's when I saw it. That's when I saw the rainbow, and I'm like, no way. Like, I took a video of the rainbow, and I don't know, I'll insert it here, maybe. I don't know, I don't know how to edit, so maybe I'll do it at the end. Maybe, I don't know. So I took a video of it, and like in the video, and I was just saying, like, oh my gosh, you guys, I literally asked to see a rainbow two days ago, and like, it was just like, I wasn't asking the Lord to see a rainbow so I can leave or anything. Like, I already made it up in my mind that I was going to go before I even saw the Redbird 2. Like, I confirmed in my heart and with him I was going to go, no matter how scared I was, no matter how afraid. So he literally, like, after I confirmed that, Lord, and Lord, I'm calling you guys Lord, but after I confirmed that in my heart, he's like, okay, you confirmed that with me. Now I can give you the things, like, basically you've been asking for or whatever. So I was just like, oh my gosh, God. And then giving me the rainbow when, you know, I just asked for that like 2 days ago. I'm like, Lord, you're really talking to me. Like, you hear me, like, you listen. Like, I just took that as confirmation. Like, you hear me, God. You hear me. You hear everything. You hear me. You hear my thoughts. You hear me. You just hear me. And I was just really just blown away. And then, you know, the symbolism of the rainbow he gave Noah with the ark, the rainbow after the flood, you know. And the rainbow signifies his promise, you know, I was reading about it, and it was like the covenant between God and man. But I like my own thing, like, you know, there's always storm, you know, before a rainbow there's always a storm. And I've been in this storm with my job, and I've been in this storm with my own thoughts, and just being just storm, storm after storm after storm, you know. So I've been in this storm for so long, and I just feel God saying, like, the storm is finally ended. The storm is finally ended for me. And it's just, and then he gave me that rainbow. And like, literally, guys, I'm like, I saw it. I took a video of it, and I'm like, I have to throw some more clothes on, because I was just wearing a nightgown. I'm like, let me throw this dress on. Like, I literally walked outside and out of my front door, and I was saying it, and I was like, I was chasing that rainbow. I was literally chasing that rainbow because I didn't want it to go away. And I seen it, and I saw it, and I was just walking. I tried to get another video of it, but it was too light. You can't really see it, but I was just walking. I was walking towards the rainbow, and after I was walking, it was disappearing. So I'm like, God, you're saying, like, yeah, I can make the rainbow disappear now, because the person who I wanted to see it saw it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not this type of person to, like, cry on camera or nothing. Like, oh my gosh, like, I really be cringing at those people. And maybe I'll even take this out, like, because I really can't. I don't know, but I seen the rainbow. He put that rainbow there just for me. I know he did. I know he did. I know he did. I have peace. I have peace now. I have joy. I have comfort. I can do what I planned on doing. Like, all this time, I was revving up, and still, you know, trusting in the Lord, writing things down, motivating myself, and trying to be brave and be full of courage while I take this huge leap of faith, literally leap of faith. But it's not my own doing. That's what kind of, like, confused me, because I didn't know if it was my own doing that, you know. It was like my own, like, okay, I'm going to take this leap, and I just pray God catches me, you know, because people, like, that faith, like how people, they misinterpret that verse so many times. Faith without works is dead, you know. And it's not like faith in your, like, I don't know, it's just, it's always gonna, it works, that verse works when it's God telling you to do that certain thing. If God is pushing you, and I do believe God is pushing me to go out and to quit my job and to just fully trust and rely on him, then I can do it.